Hey everyone, welcome back, or if you are new to my channel, thank you so much for clicking and watching. Today what I have for you is my January 2018 beauty empties. I have quite a bit here, so I think I will just get started. So if you're interested, please continue watching. The first thing that I used up this month is a pack of makeup removal pads. I actually don't use these for makeup removal. And by the way, I just get these from Kohl's, which is the grocery store I go to most of the time here in Australia. I don't use them for makeup removal, and instead I actually use them with my toner. So I will follow up my makeup removal with some toner at night, and that's what I use with these. I find that they work pretty well and they're soft, so I have repurchased them. This is not my first pack, and I will continue to repurchase them in the future. The next thing that I used up is a box of cotton tips, or just Q-tips. I got these from Woolworths, which is like another major grocery store here. I'm generally not that picky about my Q-tips. However, there are some I find that don't have enough cotton or wool at the end, but I thought these were pretty good. So I usually use up at least like 1, 2, or 3 Q-tips a day, especially with cleaning up any stray mascara at the end of putting on makeup. So I will always have Q-tips with me. They're definitely a staple on my vanity. The next thing that I used up is a pack of simple Micellar Water cleansing wipes. I use this to take off my makeup. I used to use liquid cleansers all the time, but I find that because I feel like I travel kind of regularly, I find that having makeup wipes is actually more conducive to that lifestyle. So if you travel a lot, maybe for work or so, and you're looking for a good alternative to how you could take off your makeup, I would recommend getting into makeup remover wipes if you haven't yet. So this is something I've been loyal to for quite a while, and you will see another one of these in my February empties. The next thing I used up is a mini hand sanitizer in Pall Mall. This is in the fragrance Fig and Coconut, and I bought a ton of these at Kohl's maybe like a month or 2 ago, so you will definitely see more of these in my empties videos. I work with children, and for that reason I carry around hand sanitizer a lot, not necessarily for them, but because I really don't like the feeling of having sticky or dirty hands, so I go through these quite a bit. You will also see one of these in my February empties. The next thing I used up is 2 shower gels from the Body Shop. I purchased these back on Black Friday. In November, I just happened to be walking past the Body Shop and picked up a couple of these because they were $5. This one is in British Rose and this one is in Wild Argan Oil. I liked both of these, but I didn't find either one of them to be especially like amazing. So if you are cruelty-free though, I'll say this, if you're cruelty-free, these are really good options because the Body Shop's shtick is that they don't test on animals. So like I said, if I saw these on like a great deal, I would repurchase them. So maybe next Black Friday, or if they have any sales this upcoming winter. So for us, that's, you know, June, July, and August, and I will partake. But I didn't find them to be any better in terms of the product itself than something you could get from the drugstore. The next thing I finished up is a chapstick in Pink Lemonade. I actually started using this in October. I use the same chapstick every day that I use chapstick, so that's just some context for how long it takes me to use these up. This was from their summer collection, and while I like Pink Lemonade in general, it wasn't my favorite chapstick flavor. My favorite is actually cake batter, in case you're wondering. But for what it's worth, this was fine. I'm one of those people who always has to have chapstick, so every once in a while you'll see one of these in my empties, and I'm pretty loyal to the chapstick brand, at least most of the time. The next thing I finished up is a sunscreen. This is from CVS Health. I purchased this while I was still living in the US, and in fact I purchased this while I was in Key West about a year ago. So this is for sports. It has SPF 50 and it's a clear spray. I prefer spray sunscreens, however the one I'm working on now is actually a cream, and I have to keep a cream around anyway because, you know, you can't spray it on your face, at least you like definitely shouldn't. And I wear contacts, so the notion of getting something that stings in my eye while I have contacts in is really unappetizing. So I have increased my use of sunscreen while I've been here, at least for this summer. so far, because while I don't feel like it gets especially hot in Melbourne, the sun can be kind of brutal. So that's how I found myself using this up. And who knows, there may be another one in my empties soonish. So yeah. The next thing that I used up is a hand soap from Kmart. This was in the scent Coconut Delight, and it says that it has sweet almond oil in it. This was a gorgeous coconut fragrance. I usually don't have high hopes for Kmart because, you know, it has kind of like that kind of seedy reputation back in the States, but here in Australia, it's actually, I've mentioned before, it's actually really popular to shop at Kmart here. So I really enjoy this. I would totally go back to Kmart and buy more of these. The next thing that I finished up is from e.l.f. It is an eyebrow filler, and up here you can see that it has the powder itself and also just kind of like this cream or whatever. And then it has a brush that comes with it. I bought this literally a year ago, and I just now decided to call it quits on it because the brush is at a point where it's just kind of like out of shape and not the shape that it should be anymore, and that's really affecting the shape of my eyebrows and the thickness of them, and I'm not really feeling it anymore. However, I purchased this, I think from Old Navy for maybe about $4 and really loved it. So it's definitely worth the money. I believe e.l.f. is cruelty free, and you can buy e.l.f. at Kmart in Australia. So if you're interested, definitely check this out. The next thing I finished up is a mouthwash from Listerine Total Care. This is in the flavor Clean Mint. This is a little bit intense in terms of alcohol. However, if you are not sensitive to alcohol, I would definitely recommend this. So I have been making a point since December to use mouthwash more regularly, and that's why I've been able to, or why I have been going through these bottles of mouthwash. So I believe that Listerine makes one that doesn't have alcohol in it, but like I said, you have to be a little bit okay with alcohol and with the burning sensation to be down with Total Care. But like I said, that doesn't bother me, so like that's cool. The next thing I used up is a conditioner in Herbal Essences Hello Hydration. This smells just like coconuts, and it was my experience that the scent lingered in my hair, which I really loved. I generally am not loyal to shampoos and conditioners, but this was my exception lately. I really love this. If your hair is also looking for a little bit of moisture, I would totally recommend Hello Hydration from Herbal Essences. So there will be more of those, not this month, but probably in a few months from my Empties videos. And the second to last thing I used up is actually a men's product. This is the Nivea Men 48 Hour Invisible for Black and White Mark Protection, Anti-Yellow Yellow Staining, Anti-Perspirant Spray. So my backstory is I have this because I one day ran out of my antiperspirant spray, like mid-spray, and I had to go to work, so I didn't have time to go to the store and get more, so I totally just like jacked my boyfriend's antiperspirant and just used that. And then I decided to be lazy for a few more days, and I just used up the rest of this. So while he definitely used up most of it, I'm the one who actually finished it. So sorry, love you, but thanks. So while I'm not sure that I would purchase a full Nivea Men's myself, I actually enjoyed the fragrance of it. It's very cologne-y, as you can imagine, but I really didn't mind it. So if you are not horrified by the notion of at least trying a men's antiperspirant, because they're often cheaper anyway, so whatever, then definitely check this out if you have it in your area. So the one that I used up is one that I've been through a couple times before. This is Rexona, sold underneath the name Degree in the States. This is the Invisible Dry Pure, again, anti-white marks, yellow stains, and sweat, and this is also claiming to be 48 hours. So this is designed just like the Nivea to work for people who wear a lot of black, gray, and white, and that's me. So that's why I always choose this one, and I find that it works just fine. I have a number of backups right now, so you'll continue to see them, and you'll continue to see me recommending them. So that's what I've got for Beauty Empties for the month of January. As always, please like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at YellowBrickExpat, same way it's spelled here, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.